Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today is an absolutely beautiful Tuesday. The sun is shining, and we are so thrilled to bring you the latest deep dive into the absolute madness unfolding in Port Charles. Grab a snack, get comfortable, and let's get right into it. Let's talk about Kai Taylor and Trina Robinson. They literally went to Michael Corinthos and told him everything. They told him that Willow Kane shot Drew Kane. I'm screaming at my television. I was like, are you serious right now? They actually snitched. But honestly, good for them. Oh wait, before that happened, actually, I need to remind you guys how we even got here, because my brain is going a million miles a minute. So Willow shot Drew, right? Twice in the back, which is insane, by the way. And Kai and Trina were there in the house that they heard a ring, and not just any ringtone, it was Wiley's. They recognized. Wait, did I already say that? Whatever. Anyway, they knew it was Willow calling, or whatever, and they put the pieces together. So Michael is sitting there looking all smug, and don't even get me started on that smug face of his. Why would he do that when he's got his own mess with Jacinda? And he tells Willow he has proof. During the episode, Michael literally drops the absolute hammer. He tells Willow that Kai and Trina signed affidavit, attesting to her culpability. My jaw dropped. I mean, legal document? On paper, Michael brought the actual receipt. Willow was stunned. Honestly, she needs to get it together, I swear. She is always weeping and acting like the victim, but she literally shot her husband in the back. She immediately capitulated. She just folded. But what else was she gonna do? Michael is blackmailing her, so she becomes suspect number one if any harm comes to those. I'm calling it now. This is going to end bad. Mark my word. Because Willow is totally gonna fire Kai. She is going to fire him from whatever assistant job he has for her congresswoman duties, and she is going to make threats. She is going to threaten Kai and Trina, obviously, because she is backed into a corner and panicking. But a threat is entirely different. Willow might be weeping and panicking, but is she actually going to murder a teenager? Probably not. I mean, she shot Drew, but that was different. Or was it? I don't even know anymore. These people are unhinged. But here is where it gets absolutely wild. Kai has a massive target on his back. And if harm comes to Kai, and honestly the show is heavily implying that it will, Willow is going to be the absolute prime suspect. I forgot to mention earlier, but Trina has a stalker. Yes, Trina Robinson has a literal stalker following her around Port Charles. Is it Quinn? Is it Simon, the sleazy music producer? I don't even know, but the stalker is real, and they are creeping in the shadows. So think about it. No one really knows about Trina's stalker. For the stalker, Kai is a total burden. He is in the way. He is always around. The stalker wants him gone. If the stalker actually takes Kai out, who is the police going to look? Weeping Willow. Because Michael will immediately go to the cops and say Willow did it out of retaliation over Kai snitching. How iconic and deeply ironic would it be if Willow got away with shooting Drew, but then she gets jailed for a crime she didn't even commit? The stalker could literally plant evidence against her. I am literally obsessed with this theory. The stalker framing Willow? It would please the stalker to no end, because it gets rid of Kai and gives the police a perfect suspect. It is so brilliant. Okay, where was it? Right. So, poor Trina. She has so much going on right now. She is dealing with the massive fallout of her dad, Curtis Ashford, going to prison. He rejected his plea deal, and now he's facing real time, and Portia is a mess, and Stella is a mess, and Marshall is. Plus, Trina is launching this huge music career with Gio Palmieri and dealing with all that industry drama. And now she has a stalker, and her boyfriend Kai might be a goner. She has already lost one boyfriend to death. Is this going to become a soapy pattern for her? Not okay. The audacity. I'm done. I am seriously so stressed for Trina. She is just trying to live her life and sing her songs, and suddenly she's in the middle of a murder mystery frame job involving a congresswoman and a mob. Give the girl a break. And then there's Michael and Willow. Are you guys seeing these reunification sparks between them? Because they are arguing so passionately these last few days. It's that classic soap trope where they scream at each other and then suddenly they're making out. Michael is so mad. Willow is so mad. But the tension is literally off. Can't breathe. Seriously, their lives are going to be topsy-turvy for the next. Michael is using this intel to totally control her, but Willow is a wild card. She is trapped, living in the Quartermain boathouse under his thumb, and she is desperate. Desperate people do desperate things. I just keep thinking about Kai. If he dies, this show is gonna. The finger of blame naturally falling on Willow, prompting Trina and Michael to out her treachery to the entire. It's so dramatic. I am literally going to be glued to my screen every single day because I need to know if the stalker strikes, and if Willow ends up in Pentonville next to Curtis. Can you imagine Willow in a prison jumpsuit? I am dead. Just deceased. Let's circle back to the affidavits for a second, because I am still not over it. Trina and Kai actually sat down and signed their names on legal documents saying they know Willow. The courage that takes. They know she is a powerful congresswoman. They know she has connections, but they did it anyway. And Michael just holding those papers like a trump. The power dynamic has completely flipped. Willow thought she had the upper hand because she was demanding full custody after Jacinda drugged. Oh wait, I didn't even talk about Jacinda literally spiked Willow's iced latte with drugs, and Willow went totally loopy and tried to drive with Wiley. So Willow thought she had Michael beat because his girlfriend is a psycho. But then Michael pulls out the "you shot your husband" card. Checkmate. I am honestly living for ruthless. He is playing dirty, and I am here for it. But I also feel a little bad for Willow. No, wait, I don't. She shot a man in the back. But being framed for a murder you didn't commit by a creepy stalker is a terrible fate. If the stalker kills Kai, Trina is going to be absolute. She finally found some happiness after Spencer. And now this? The writers are so cruel. Why do they hate Trina's happiness? She needs to get it together and realize she's being stalked before it's too late. But she's so focused on her dad's trial and her music showcase that she isn't seeing the sign. And Kai, sweet oblivious Kai, he has a target on his back from two different directions. Willow wants to destroy him for ruining her life, and the stalker wants to destroy him for being in the way of Trina. The boy is walking around Port Charles with a giant neon sign on his back that says, "Next Victim." I am literally yelling at my screen every time he walks down an alley or goes into a dark room. Get out of there, Kai. Run! This entire storyline is just a masterclass in soapy drama. The intersecting plots, the blackmail, the hidden stalker, the custody battle. It is all coming together in this massive explosion of content. If Willow goes down for Kai's murder, Michael is going to get full custody of Wiley and Amelia without even trying. But then what happens when the truth comes out? What happens when they realize the stalker did it? Will Michael feel guilty? Probably not. It's Michael. I just can't get over how invested. I was literally talking to my mom about it for an hour yesterday, and she doesn't even watch the show. I was explaining the ringtone thing and how Wiley's specific ringtone was the ultimate clue. It's the little details I get. The writers planted that ringtone clue months ago, and now it's a smoking gun. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. But also so stressful. I need a nap after watching these episodes. So what happens next in Peace? Does Willow actually fire Kai on? Does she scream in his face? I need to see that confrontation. I need to see Trina stepping up and defending. Trina is fierce. She won't back down from Willow. But if Willow is just a red herring for the stalker's ultimate plan, then all this fighting is just playing right into the stalker. The stalker is probably sitting back, eating popcorn, watching Willow and Michael tear each other apart, knowing they can strike at any moment, and Willow will take the fall. It is diabolical. I love it. I hate it. I love it. Okay, I need to calm down. My heart rate is literally too high right now. But you guys have to admit, this is the best storyline we've had in months. The stakes have never been higher. The impossible choices are tearing these families, and I'm here for every single second. I'm calling it now. The next 3 weeks are going to change the fabric of Port Charles forever. Someone is going down, and whether it's Willow or Kai, nothing will ever be the same. Will Willow actually go to prison for a crime she didn't commit? Let me know your wildest theories in the comments below. Hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe.